welcome to the Me Show. Title still work in progress. Let me know if you like it. So the show is, I'm only going to be talking about myself like a proper narcissist. Yeah, hi. My name is Mohammed Khatib بالعربي. I just quit my job and left my apartment almost a month ago, end of October. And I started living on a 40 feet school bus that was converted into a mobile home. This is it. I'm in the bedroom. It's a total mess, but you can't see it because it's blurry, so that's good. You know, since COVID happened, my depression and anxiety kind of shot through the roof, and I tried kind of many times to circumvent kind of the restrictions that the government or just society put on itself, or personally people put on themselves, around, hanging out and going out and seeing each other during COVID, and which kind of was really hard for me until I got to a level where I felt this level of defeatism, where I couldn't do it anymore, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I gave up, and so I just isolated myself, and I disconnected myself from my friends, from my family, and it was really hard to kind of respond or engage. And even work was very unproductive. And so this has been going on for almost 3 years. And then things got even worse since October 2021. And where I absolutely stopped going out. I barely go out like once every couple of months. And my car batteries literally died because I didn't drive for months, which apparently happens. You have to drive your car in order for the battery to recharge, because if it discharges lower than 50%, it's dead. You have to replace it. You're welcome. I learned to teach until, I don't know, June, July. I started kind of feeling a little bit better. I started kind of getting a little bit more of energy, feeling a bit more passionate about some projects that I wanted to work on, getting that dreamy energy again. So I started thinking about my projects or what I want to do, and one of the things that came up is leaving my apartment and quitting work. So I did both. I used to work at Autodesk, and I did for 4 years, and it was good. I enjoyed the work that I do when I was doing it, when I was productive. But it became to a point where I'm absolutely feeling guilty about being a terrible teammate, and I couldn't. Like, I tried to be a better teammate. I tried to be productive. I tried everything. I just couldn't be productive. So I quit. And we can talk more about that later, but I wanted to focus on my decision about like the bus for now. So I bought the bus that was already kind of converted, but I had to do a lot of work around the electricity and the battery and the solar panels. And now I have been living on the bus for almost 2 years. 2 weeks. 2 years would be awesome, but 2 weeks. It feels like a lot longer, to be honest. It feels like months have passed, but maybe that's because I'm just getting started, and it hasn't been like very easy. It's still not. I'm still kind of anxious about driving. I'm anxious about where to park, where to travel, about planning, about having enough water, or where to pee or poop, or how long has it been since I showered. So it's still a work in progress, but there are some good parts. There are some really not fun parts. The not fun parts are clearly what I mentioned, is like literally where to throw my trash. I don't know. There's no place outside like you can just walk to and throw your trash. Pooping and peeing and figuring out. I have a compost toilet here, which basically a toilet that you can poop and mix with some dirt like material, which kind of allows it to compose and like absorbs the smell and all of that. And I haven't actually used it yet because I'm kind of just still anxious about it, and like not knowing, okay, once I use it, how do I dispose of it and all of that. I haven't watched YouTube videos about that yet, but I did use it for pee, which is like a separate compartment, and I ended up filling it up, that compartment for the pee, and I kind of had some time where like I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it, where do I dispose of it. And then I started watching YouTube videos and kind of brainstorming about ideas. I managed to do it eventually, but since I have been living on the bus, I either peed on the bus or at someone's house or at the cafe shop or at the grocery store, Safeway, or stuff like that, which has been fine. The problem is like becomes when you're not around facilities that you could use. And so that's what happened this week when I started traveling. I went a little bit south, and then I went east to Yosemite, and I stayed 2 days there. And luckily, the first one I didn't have to poop, but the second one I had to poop twice or three times. And the guy who hosted me had like 100-acre farm, so he literally on the first day he would like literally pee in front of me, and he's like, yeah, feel free to pee and poop anywhere, like don't worry about it, it's the animals would come and just eat it. And I was like, okay. So I did that, and the guy even let me shower at his farm, and so I had a really nice hot shower there. That was my last shower, yeah. So I haven't showered in 4 days, but this is kind of one of the reasons this was easier decision to make. Like I wasn't worried about showering. It's because when I was at home and isolating and unable to go out or anything like that, one of the things that I struggled with is also showering. My record for not showering is 27 days. Yeah, let that sink. I didn't shower for almost a month, and I was at home. I had a hot shower. I had 2 showers at home with bathtubs, like full bathrooms, and I still couldn't shower. And so that kind of made it easy to make this jump, to be honest. I wasn't worried about if I didn't shower, like I need to shower every day, because that's no longer true. That's no longer the reality that I live in. And I do want to shower every day, but so far I haven't felt a need to, like, at least in this trip. I do smell myself sometimes, and I'm able to kind of keep myself a little bit clean with just wiping. But I do have the tools. I just haven't felt the pressure to do them yet, to use them yet. That learning them is coming up slowly. Yeah, so those are the difficult parts. So one of the difficult part as well is just like feeling that pressure that I should be doing something, or that I need to be doing, that this is an adventure, and it's like a constant adventure that I need to be living. And it feels like that I'm not actually doing it for myself alone. It feels like there's that pressure from outside that, oh, he did this to do this, and now I need to kind of prove it. But I'm trying to kind of let go of those feelings, and just live in the moment. Like, for example, I have been feeling this a lot because I came to Joshua Tree and I haven't actually been to the park yet. One of the reasons is because I was anxious about like driving into the park. I'm not sure if I should be, how busy it's going to be, am I going to find parking, am I allowed to? So it was a lot of research on unplanned or lack of research in general. So I have been feeling kind of pressure of like, oh, I'm kind of, why did I do this then? Why am I living on a bus now? For me right now, it doesn't matter. I'm just like, I could literally wake up and stay in bed, and I'm trying to, this is the life that I want to live, not to feel the pressure to actually get out of bed. If I needed to stay in bed, I'll stay in bed, and that should be fine, and I should feel okay. And so I've been trying to adjust to that, because I forgot that. I feel like with this adventure going up, I feel like the expectation became that I'm always out, that I'm always active, that I'm always going, seeing things, new things, and adventuring. But that's not the reality. I'm still depressed. I'm still experiencing depression and anxiety on a daily basis. I still experience like deep sadness and existential dread every day, and but I also experience joy and passion and energy these days, which feels good, which hasn't been the case for a long time. When I was isolating, it was literally I couldn't feel any of that. So at least it's a mix now, not just a flavor of gray, the same flavor of gray. But I have been trying to reframe as well this thought, because I keep saying that I did nothing. When I stop thinking about it, it's not entirely true. But I don't know why it does. If it feels like that, it feels like I'm not doing anything, that there is no progress. I just mentioned it felt like it's been months living in Boy. It hasn't. It has been just a couple of weeks, and this trip just 1 week, and I feel like I have been doing this trip for so long. So it feels like I'm not making progress. That I'm just still. What I came up with is. It's not true. It's not that I'm not doing anything. I'm doing a lot of things, actually. I am making coffee in the morning. I'm making breakfast. I'm eating. I'm driving. I am reading about the park, how busy it is, the places I should be. Like, I'm doing all this late planning, but planning nonetheless. Oh, I am talking to my sisters a lot. I'm talking like 2 hours, 3 hours a day with my sisters, which is a lot. But it feels, because I think because it just goes away past fast, it just doesn't feel that there is progress. That there is no output from this. It's just, and I guess I'm used, like that's the mentality that I am used to. It's like I need an output. I need results, and there is no result from talking to someone for 3 hours. And I'm working on different projects, which I'd love to talk more about in other videos. But for now, I'm working on an app for a free app for mental health, to kind of help you build routines in your day. And I'm working on a website for more photography, which I'm trying to get into as well. I'm editing photos and culling them, which has been taking forever. I am talking to a friend of mine in Vienna about a remaking of Manchar 2.0, and that might actually happen, so stay tuned and let me know if you guys are interested in working on it. It's a publishing platform for Arabic language. Yeah. So the idea is like that I am doing things. It just doesn't feel like it's the things that was expected of me, or I expected of me, or someone expected of me, which is, I think, basically making these videos, or like becoming a YouTube influencer or something. That's not a thing. Which is something I'd like to do. I want to make videos more. I want to make music. I want to write songs. I want to do a lot of things, but I'm taking my time, and I like that I'm interested in all of these things, even though that I'm not good at any of them, but I'm sure something will work out. My sisters keep telling me that they're like everything I work on is good, but I really don't believe them anymore, because they haven't given me any critique so far. I feel like that saying in Arabic, the monkey in their mother eyes are just gazelles. Another thing that comes up a lot to me is that feeling that I'm not adequate in any of the things that I do, including the thing that I have been doing for years professionally, which is coding and building stuff. I get stuck. I get like, the moment I hit a wall or I find difficulty in my work, I start spiraling. It's like I freeze. I can't think anymore, and I lose that interest. I start thinking, the why comes up. Why am I doing this? And there is no answer to that why. I was I'm thinking about that way a lot these days because I was watching videos about nihilism and the philosophy of nihilism, which is basically I'm gonna butcher this, but it's the feeling that nothing really actually matters. There's no moral, there's no good or bad, and etc. Which sometimes I unfortunately identify with, or at least feel that I'm in. So I start becoming nihilist when I start like feeling like that. What else? The other thing that I'm kind of missing or wanting is company for sure. Like I'm still adjusting to living on Boy, but I have been living alone for over 2 years, like not seeing people at all, not engaging, so it's fine. But now that I am going out and now that I am in places where I can have fun, I want other people to have fun with, and I think that would make it easier for me as well to just do things. Because one of the other things that I struggle with is doing things by myself, finding fun by myself. It's something I struggle with like since forever, and I'm still trying to learn how to appreciate things by myself, like going on a hike or going on a bike ride by myself. I still don't understand the concept. Why would I do that? But today I went out and I took the bike and I biked for not long, for maybe 30 minutes, and it was actually really fun, and it surprised me a little bit. And I enjoyed it, and I was like, why didn't I do this since I got here? But yeah, so I'm starting to kind of learn, or hopefully I'm starting to rewrite this thought in my brain that fun can be had by yourself. So I am having fun by myself, but I really, really want other people to have fun with. So yeah, if you're listening and you're watching and you want to do something fun together, let's plan something. Hit me up. That's all I guess for now. We'll talk about more of this later. We'll break things down a bit more. Let me know if you want to talk about anything else. But it has to be about me, so this is the show. We can start another show about something else. Bye. Bye.